anybody's guess as to who will be promoted from League Two as Sutton continue their recent rise, and they're actually in the bloody playoffs. But can anybody stop the vegans? We'll take a look at that and more next. Once again, another prediction video today. We're looking forward to match number 12 out in the EFL League 2, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button to keep your bang up to date with all things League 2 related, Blabbing Rose related, world football related, including the people promoted years over in La Rocca, boys and girls. Of course, yes, the vegans lead the charge. Of course, only just though, as breathing down the next, the likes of Harrogate, Swindon, Port Vale, and even Sutton are in the top 7 at the moment. But of course, we'll take a look at all of that in a minute. Big shout out to my BRPs. They are the pay tree on. So big shout out to you guys, and thank you for your continued support as we try to kick the channel on further up. If you want to help us out, check the link down below, patreon.com/Rovers. Here we go then, shall we? Of course, recap the games that did take place this past weekend. We'll start with Barrow up against Leyton Orient. 2-1 win for Leyton. Orient was my pick. It was a 1-1 draw in the end. Barrow continue to do wonders as well. They're up to 11th right now. Leyton Orient are down to 6th. Bristol Rovers again, big win for them as they start to slowly climb the table. 16th for them at the moment. 3-0 over Carlisle, who are in trouble now. Last season they were of course flirting with promotion, but of course they all went wrong for them around about January, I think. But now they need to get it right by January, and of course maybe drive back up the table. Stevenage against Exeter was a 2-2 draw. One with a 1-0 win for Exeter myself. Walsall picked up a win against Sulfur, 2-1 win, who also in a bit of trouble, down 17th right now. The vegans did lose to Swindon Town, big win for them. One with a 2-0 win myself for the vegans. Harrogate Town 6-1 demolition of Scunthorpe, who are rooted to the bottom of the table. One with the 1-0 win, just a conservative 1-0 win for me. Hartlepool against Northampton, 2-1 win for me. I win it and I called it as well. Mansfield drew with Oldham, of course, better point for them, slowly grinding out the results. Mansfield also not doing very, very well, down to 21st. Newport against Bradford City was a 0-0 draw. I went with a 2-2 draw myself. Rochdale did lose to Crawley. Where are they? They're up to 9th right now, and Rochdale down to 18th. It's just so weird, this league. Sutton United 4-3 win over Port Vale. Goodness gracious, they're on an absolutely incredible run right now, Sutton. And Tranmere Rovers did beat Colchester, and they're also up in the top 5. Of course, sneakily does it. But that's, of course, my picks, and I got myself, what, 1, 2, not very good, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm happy with that. Half 50%. We'll take a look at yours in a minute. Of course, Forestry and Rovers lead the charge, and then 1 point clear over Harrogate Town. They could actually get promoted. Swindon Town are up there in 3rd. And it's Port Vale, Tranmere, Leyton Orient, and Sutton at the moment, winning 3 of the last 4 games there. Is that right? Winning 4 of the past 5. Winning 4 of the past 5. Hartlepool also doing wonders as well. Let's take a look at the prediction league. Here it comes for this week and this week alone. Your Kingpin is 77 with 6. Paul Burton's up there with Yannick Buster, Alex Weller, James BCFC are great, Gareth Nicholson, Jacob Jackson, Luke NTFC. It could be the same bloody guy. You just don't know. Let's take a look at the overall grand scheme of things. Luke NTFC is your leader. 52 points to the ball. Alex Weller's in 2nd spot. MCO back. And Luke, the other Luke. Oh my gosh, there's 2 Lukes. Luke. Look at it. Look at Luke's. They're looking at very good, very good. Gareth Nicholson's up there, and Yoko Jackson makes the top 5 at the moment. Let's take a look at, of course, if you want to get involved, it is free to enter. Cut the / League 2. Get involved with it. But these are the next round of games. Of course, match day number 12. Hopefully, you're ready to get into it. So let's take a look at the first one, which will be Bradford City up against the Bristol Rovers. Picture the 10 times since 2011. 2 wins for Bradford, 3 for Bristol Rovers, and 5 draws. Big win for Bradford, 4-1 win. The big win away, 3-1 win. Of course, Bradford coming to this just 1 win in 6. Meanwhile, Bristol Rovers 3 wins and 3 defeats in the past 6 games. Of course, that's the picture that in Bristol was a 3-2 win for Bristol back in April 2019. That was in League 1. They've actually won a back-to-back over Bradford heading into this one at over in Bristol. Of course, coming at you, Bradford did, what did they do? They did drew with Newport County. Meanwhile, Bristol Rovers did beat Carlisle. The odds on this one are going 4-3 on for Bradford on this one. So this is actually in Bradford, not Bristol. I think I might have got these, yeah. So the last time they actually played each other at Bradford Valley Parade was a 0-0 draw back in September 2018. And Bradford have actually picked up, but they're unbeaten against them in the last 3 games at Valley Parade. Anyway, the odds are 4-3 on for Bradford. 30-5 is your draw. 7-2 is your long shots. That's Bristol Rovers on this one. I'm going to go with A 2-1 win for Bradford City on this one to get the win, and of course hopefully get back into playoff contention. Next, of course, we have Carlisle United up against high-flying Tranmere Rovers. Played each other 25 times since 2005, 11 wins apiece, and 3 draws. Biggest win for Carlisle, 3-0 win. The biggest win for the Rovers, a 3-0 win. Carlisle coming to this just 1 win and 6. Meanwhile, Tranmere, 5 wins in the past 6 games, 92% form. Them absolutely red hot. Last time played in Preston Park was a 3-2 win for Tranmere back in February 2021. Tranmere have actually won back-to-back, of course, last season, both home and away. Tranmere did beat Colchester last round. Carlisle did lose to Bristol Rovers. In fact, they've lost back-to-back games against Bristol Rovers and the Vegans, back-to-back games without scoring a goal. Look at the odds on this one. Carlisle 31-20 for the victory, 11-5 is your draw, 50-8 is your away win. That's Tranmere Rovers. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Tranmere to take it to the house. Colchester United taking up high-flying playoff chase, promotion chasing Harrogate Town. Of course, they played each other just the 2 times since 2021 with a piece. Of course, 1 win. The biggest win for Colchester. The only win was a 2-1 win. The biggest win was a 3-0 win. Of course, Colchester coming to just 1 win and 5. Meanwhile, Harrogate just unbeaten the last 5, picking up 3 wins and 2 draws to boot. Of course, last time they played each other over in Colchester was a 2-1 win for Colchester back in October 2020. That was, of course, around about this time last year. Tranmere did beat Colchester last round. Again, back-to-back games without scoring a goal for Colchester. Meanwhile, Harrogate back-to-back wins, including a win over Newcastle United's under-21s. They've actually won 3 on the bounce, of course, beating Oldham prior to that, and of course 6-1 demolition of Scunthorpe last round. Look at the odds on this one. 30-5 is your Colchester, 11-10 is your Harrogate, and 12-5 is your draw. I've gone with a 2-0 for Harrogate. They look good. They look very, very good, and I don't think there's nothing stopping them right now. Crawley Town will take on Sutton United. They've never played each other. This will be the first occasion. Of course, coming into this though, Crawley just they actually lost twice in the past 6. Meanwhile, Sutton have actually won 5 of the past 6 games. The only blip was a defeat, and that defeat was against Exeter City, of course. 83% form for Sutton. Crawley coming into 58% form. Crawley did beat Rochdale last round 1-0. Meanwhile, Sutton did beat Portsmouth in the Football League Trophy. That was, of course, just yesterday. Pretty much that. Look at the situation. The bookies on this one. Crawley 2-1 for the victory. 3-10 is your Sutton United. 23-10 is your draw. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go with a draw on this one. I'm not really ready to realistically call Sutton in this promotion race. I just think the wheels will come off at some stage. They've got to come off. And of course, more often than not, they'll probably end up more towards the bottom. But keep on going, brothers. I'm all about it. I'm all about this dramatic, Morecambe-esque rise to the tip of the top of the table. Anyway, kicking on forward, Exeter City will take on Newport County, which are 17 times since 2003. 5 wins for Exeter. We got 4 wins for Newport County and 8 draws. Of course, Newport County coming to just 1 win and 4. Exeter unbeaten the last 6 games, 75% form compared to Newport County's 42%. Last time picture that over in Exeter was a 0-0 draw. In fact, the last 2 games, both home and away, have been back-to-back draws. Coming at you, Exeter did a draw with Stevenage on this one. Meanwhile, Newport County did lose to Arsenal's under-23s, under-21s, 4-3. 7-goal thriller on that one. Again, that was just yesterday. 21-20 is your Exeter, 5-2 is your away win. That's, of course, Newport County, 12-5 is your draw. I'm going to go with a 2-1 for Exeter City on this one to take it to the house. Kicking on forward, we have Leyton Orient. They're going to be taking on Walsall, of course. Leyton Orient need a result. Walsall, they need a few results. In fact, they might be all right, actually. Let's take a look at this in a bit more detail. Played each other 22 times since 2004. 10 was for Leyton Orient, 4 for Walsall, and 8 draws. Biggest win for Leyton Orient, 3-1 win. The biggest win there was a 2-1 win. Leyton Orient coming to just 1 defeat the past 6 games. Meanwhile, Walsall, 3 games unbeaten, 2 wins and a draw to boot. Last time played over Brisbane Row was a 0-0 draw back in April 2021. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game since Leyton Orient beat Walsall back in February 2015. Odds on this one, Leyton Orient 5-4 on for the victory, 35 is draw, 7-2 is your away win. Where is the table on this one? So Walsall coming to this, they're actually down in 19th, so they do need some more results, and Leyton Orient are in 6th. I'm going to go with a win for Leyton Orient on this one. At Brisbane Road should be pretty much nailed on. Northampton Town against Mansfield Town. So we have Northampton Town taking on Mansfield Town. Of course, these two sides played each other 19 times since 2003. 5 wins for Northampton, 9 wins for Mansfield, and 5 draws. Biggest win for Northampton, 1-0 win. Biggest win the other way, 4-0 win. Northampton coming into this without a win in 5. Meanwhile, Mansfield coming into this 1 better without a win in 6. Goodness gracious me, 25% fall for Mansfield compared to 33% fall for Northampton. Last time played each other in Northampton was a 2-1 win for Mansfield back in March 2020. Of course, Northampton did lose to Hartlepool last round. Mansfield picked up a draw against Oldham of all teams. Of course, look at the odds. 11-10 is your Northampton, 11-5 is your draw, 13-5 is your away win. That's Mansfield. Northampton are your favourites. Mansfield the underdogs. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw myself. Can't separate the two sides. Can you get your picks in down below and in the the league as well? Let's take a look at Oldham up against Stevenage now. Also taking place this coming Saturday. Played each other 11 times since 2011. 3 wins for Oldham, 5 wins for Stevenage, and 3 draws. Biggest win for Oldham, 1-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-0 win. Oldham coming to this just 1 win in 6. 33% form compared to Stevenage's unbeaten run of at least 4 games. 50% form, 2 wins and 2 draws to boot. Coming at you, of course, last last picture over at Boundary Park was a 1-0 win for Stevenage. They've actually unbeaten against Oldham for the last 5 occasions, picking up 3 wins and 2 draws to boot. In fact, they've not conceded a goal against Oldham stretching all the way to 2019 when they drew at Boundary Park 1-1. Of course, heading into this one, Stevenage did draw with Exeter. I mean, Oldham did draw with Mansfield. Odds on this one, Oldham are 9-5 for the ratio, 13-8 Stevenage, 11-5 is your draw. I've gone with a 0-0 draw on this one. Another 0-0, another goalless affair for Oldham as well, as they struggle to find the net and also struggle to get points. Port Vale will entertain Barrow, of course, northwest crunch clash-ish, even though Barrow are a little bit further up there. Anyway, they played each other 2 times in 2020, 1 win apiece and 0 draws. Port Vale coming to just 1 defeat the past 6 games, 83% form. Meanwhile, Barrow coming to just 1 defeat the past 5 games, 50% form. However, Port Vale have actually won 5 of the past 6, with Barrow picking up just 2 wins the past 6. However, good form though for Barrow considering. Anyway, that's that picture in Port Vale was a 2-win for Barrow. That was back in Boxing Day 2020. Barrow did draw with Leyton Orient at Barrow last time around. Meanwhile, Port Vale did lose to Sutton 4-3 in that some goal thriller. Look at the odds on this one. We got 11-10 is your Port Vale. The eye favourites 11-4 is your away win. 11-5 is your draw. Tight on the bookies. I'm going to go with a thriller as well. 5 goal thriller. Going in favour of Port Vale this time around. Sulfur City will take on Hartlepool, of course, flying pretty high as well. Played each other 5 times in 2015, 2 wins apiece and 1 draw. The big swing for Salford, 3-0 win. The big swing there is a 2-0 win. Salford coming to this back-to-back defeats, 42% form. Meanwhile, back-to-back wins for Hartlepool, 50% form for them at the moment. Last time played each other over in Salford was a 2-0 win for Salford. That was back in November 2020 in the FA Cup. Last time played each other in a league, which was the National League. The Barrow League. National League was a 2018. Salford won 3-0 on this one. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game on the last 5 occasions that they've played. Of course, coming at you, Hartlepool did beat Northampton. Salford did lose to Walsall. 2017 on is your Salford, 94 is your draw, 72 is your away win. That's Hartlepool on this. I'm going to go with the win for nobody. 2-2 draw right down the middle. Points split. I don't think anyone's going to be happy with that one. Next up, of course, we have Scunthorpe United taking on them Vegans. That's right. It's top versus bottom. Played the 5 times since 2014. 3 wins for Scunthorpe, 1 win, 2 wins for the Vegans, and 0 draws. Biggest win for Scunthorpe, 2-0 win. The biggest win there is a 4-1 win. 75% form for the Vegans, 8% form for Scunthorpe. They've actually lost 5 of the past 6. The only positive was a draw way back when. Meanwhile, Forest Green Rovers just 1 defeat the past 6 games. Coming at you, heading into this one. Last time they played each other over in Scunthorpe was a 4-1 win for the Vegans. They've actually won back-to-back over Scunthorpe over of course, last season. Scunthorpe did lose to Harrogate 6-1 battering last time around. They also lost a 4-1 battering, and also prior to that 3-0 battering. So over the last 3 games, they've conceded 13 goals. Goodness gracious me. As for the Vegans, they are scoring goals. They beat Brighton Hove Albion's under 21s in the Football League Trophy on penalties. However, they did lose to Forest. They did lose to Swindon last round in the league. Look at the odds on this one: 6-1 is your Scunthorpe, 11-4 is your draw, 50-8 on is your Vegans. Red hot favourites. I'm going with another big win, 3-0 win. That's called top. Thrash bottom. And then finally, Swindon Town have done absolutely amazing, considering the off-the-field dramas. They'll be taking on Rochdale this coming weekend. Played the 13 times in 2006, 5 wins for Swindon, 4 for Rochdale, and 4 draws. Swindon coming to this unbeaten the last 5 games, 67% form. Meanwhile, Rochdale in horrific form, are losing 5 of the bouts, 8% form once again. Their biggest win over Rochdale, 3-0 win. The biggest win there was a 4-0 win. Of course, last time played over in Swindon was a 3-1 win for Swindon back in September 2020 in League One, might I add. And actually, their wayside hasn't won this game. Since Swindon beat Rochdale at Spotland's way back in April 2015. Rochdale did lose to Crawley last round. Swindon did beat Plymouth last round in the Football League Trophy. And that's not the under-23s. That's the real bloody deal. 23-20 is your Swindon, 25 is your away win, 11-5 is your Swindon are the real deal right now. I think they could go. I think they get themselves back in automatic contention with the 2-1 win anyway. For them to take it to the house. That's my picks, boys. Be sure to get your own picks as well as we look forward to it using the code CUTLEY League 2. Goodness gracious me. Hopefully they get the picks in nice and early because the games are coming thick and fast. But that, my friends, is just about that. Be sure to give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Patreon as well. If you want to support the channel, check out that link down below at patreon.com/Rovertees. But until then, I'll see you soon. Until then, we're done.